What's going on, guys? Lewis here. Now, I'm sure most of y'all have heard the phrase, give a man a fish and he'll have a meal for a day, but teach a man how to fish and he'll have a meal for the rest of his life. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and teach y'all how to fish, but I will get you started on how to rig up your own setup so you can produce your own fish. Now, I'm sure most of y'all are thinking, adding a spool of line onto a reel, how hard could that be? But trust me, ask any experienced fisherman and we've had our problems. Now today I'm going to go ahead and help y'all avoid those problems that we've had. Now let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, now fishing just like any other sport, it takes strategy. When we go fishing, we can either fish on the top of the water, in the middle of the water, or my preferred method, right on the bottom of the water where a lot of big fish like to hang out. Now to do so, I like to use what's called a knocker rig. On one end we have a treble hook connected to a leader line, which has a free floating egg weight. And at the end of our leader line, I connect it to a barrel swivel, which is then connected to our main line, which I then run through the eyes of my rod to eventually tie off to my reel. Now these are the only tools that we'll need. Alright guys, now it's time for the real fun to start. Before rigging up our rod and our reel, the first thing I like to do personally is go ahead and start on my leader line, and it might be the hardest part, so if we can get through here, we can go through anything. Now the first thing I like to do is I'll cut about, whatever the size of the fish I'm targeting is the size of the leader line I'm a cut, which is about 2.5 feet of some 20-pound fluorocarbon leader line. With that leader line, I go ahead and get started and tie off my hook with a half blood knot. Now the way to do a half blood knot is if we can only imagine that this is the eye of our hook, this is the tag end of our leader line. We go ahead and put the tag end through the hook, my thumb in the middle so we can make sure we have a hole. Take the tag end and we go around our main line 4 times. And we take our tag end and we go back through the same hole. And we make it nice and tight. Now before we make it nice and tight, I like to always go ahead and moisturize my monofilament line so that it goes down nice and neat. Now the only thing I'm missing is cutting off that tag end. So I cut off my tag end and pull it again, make sure it's nice and tight so we're not going to lose any fish. Now with one end we have our hook, with the other end we have a tag end. On that tag end we can go ahead and put our egg weight right through the hole, and with the barrel swivel we'll go ahead and do another half blood knot. So we put our tag end through the hole and we go around our main line 4 times, and we take our tag end and we put it right back through the hole. Moisturize a little bit, tighten it up, cut our tag end, tighten it, make sure it's nice and tight, and that's a perfect leader line right there. Alright guys, now you want to keep reeling until your spool is completely full. You know it's completely full when there's about 1/4's width of line to your lip of the top of the reel. Now once that's done, you can go ahead and cut off your line, your main line from your main spool. Go ahead and put that away. So now you're left with a new tag end. Now with this new tag end, we can go ahead and attach our leader line at the barrel of our swivel with another half blood knot. So what we're going to go ahead and do is get our tag end and go through the eye. Now say it with me. We're going to get our tag end and we're going to go around our main line 4 times. And we're going to take our tag end and we're going to go right back through the loop. Once you go back through the loop, moisturize a little bit, pull it tight, and cut our tag end. Now we are completely rigged up. We have our rod, our reel, our newly spooled reel, our main line, connected to our barrel swivel, which is connected to our leader line, which has an egg weight in between, and a hook at the end. Now we're ready to go catch some bait, and we can go fishing. See you out there, guys.